Recently, one of my students sent me this video of Mark Knopfler explaining his finger picking style. So in this video, I wanted to share with you some thoughts on it and explain a little bit deeper into what he's doing and how important this is if you want to be a fingerstyle guitar player. And of course, I'll leave the original video link down below as well. So let's check it out.
You have this finger picking technique.
Yes, well, because I couldn't afford an amplifier, I couldn't play in a rock band, so not immediately. So I borrowed friends' acoustic guitars, and I learned how to finger pick because they wanted me to play in folk clubs and places like that.
So it's interesting that he points out playing in folk clubs. He was probably playing covers, and it's one of those things where if you're a guitar player, maybe you're accompanying singers or you're accompanying yourself, or you're a one-man band basically, learning fingerstyle can be a huge level up and can help you be able to get through playing for 4 hours at a gig without every song just sounding like you're strumming over and over again.
So, well, basically the thumb plays on the bottom strings and the fingers play on the top. And then you develop it from like the singing nun style where you've got, you know, one beat per thumb.
So when he says singing nun style, what he means is just sort of a simple way of finger picking where you might go like, and just do a simple arpeggio like that, you know, going through the strings, where there's not necessarily alternating thumb, which really comes from a style called Travis picking.
You develop it where you're going 4 beats to the bar. So the thumb is actually going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's playing on strings 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4. You have to get that through your head. To get through my head, that took a long time. And then you have to...
All right, so there's a lot that he's explaining there. So first he says, he's talking about the thumb pattern, 5, 4, 6, 4, which is one of the most classic Travis picking patterns. And he's saying 4 to a bar, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where you start, and those eventually become eighth notes that become like 8 to a bar, where you just get your thumb. And he said it took a long time because what you have to do is you have to start getting the thumb going, you know, step by step, and then you start bringing in other fingers. You know, and you can play on the beat, like, you know, you're pinching at the same time. You might go in the cracks of the beat, right? And so that starts getting into more fingerstyle independence, which is one of the keys to sounding like a one-man band. And it's also something incredibly useful for any style of fingerstyle.
And then you have to try and get your fingers to go through in the spaces in between, which took even longer. So you're starting to do a little bit of orchestration, and then you just develop that, and then you start breaking the rules. And I started breaking the rules pretty quick.
So he's talking about basically getting that independence and playing, that's what I was saying, in the cracks of the beats. And notice that he moved his hand like this. You know, I think of this type of playing as like a stride piano player. Like if you listen to those, you know, right at the top of, you know, the century, the ragtime players or the stride piano players where the left hand was just making this huge accompaniment sound, and then they would play melodies on top, and you could just hear this stuff in clubs back in the day.
And then you start breaking the rules, and I started breaking the rules pretty quick, and the thumb would start moving up where the fingers go, and the fingers would start coming down where the thumb should be. So you're starting to play where your fingers and your thumbs are kind of all getting mixed up, and you're sort of bubbling along.
Just a bit of a rebel, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
All right, so there he goes away from the typical Travis style and into more of his own style, which of course, yeah, the thumb, would move up and play, he's talking about playing lead at that point. So he might switch over to electric guitar, and you get all that Sultans of Swing, stuff where he's getting all those shredding licks, where he's using his thumb now up soloing here. So that gets away from the core Travis style and dives more into Mark Knopfler's lead playing and how he plays without a pick as well. So it's a very versatile thing, and if this is something that you've wanted to learn how to do, then go to johnmclennan.com/Travis picking and grab my free Travis picking PDF cheat sheet. This is going to show you some top exercises you can do to start getting your finger picking hand, feeling that independence, and really just unlocking your fingers, because it's all in there. You just got to learn how to control it, and that starts with just simple steps. So go to johnmclennan.com/Travis picking and grab that now as my gift to you. As always, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you might like this one next.